welcome to Set for Smash Moveset Concept, where we analyze the legacy of video game characters and see how they would play in Super Smash Bros. And welcome to our 7th Fighter Pass season in the theme of modern Nintendo characters. And who better start off with our modern moveset concept than a franchise that just got a brand new title and a brand new character to boot. I'm of course referring to Young Pauline. Before we talk about Young Pauline in her recent title, we have to also talk about her legacy. First appearing as Lady in the original Donkey Kong arcade system, which was originally planned to be an arcade game for Popeye the Sailor Man, but was later reworked into the classic Donkey Kong game we know and love. Over time, DK and Mario would get modern designs, and Lady would also get this too, and even a brand new name, which would be known as Pauline. Though she wasn't used really much in Mario games, with her official name and her redesign appearing on Donkey Kong for the Game Boy. But after her massive popularity being the mayor of New Donk City in Super Mario Odyssey, Pauline has become a recurring character within the world of Mario, thus leading us to this adaptation of Young Pauline, first appearing in Donkey Kong Bonanza. At age 13, she was kidnapped by Voidco in order to awaken the great treasure in the center of the earth. But after escaping and running into Donkey Kong, she gained the courage in order to navigate the planet's core in order to find her way back home. Though this isn't the adult version of Pauline, let's see what this young teen with a heart of gold is capable of breaking through into Super Smash Bros. Let's begin with the details, with her series symbol. Since this version of Pauline first debuted in Donkey Kong Bonanza, and Pauline's legacy is intertwined with Donkey Kong, it makes sense that her series symbol would be the DK symbol. Height-wise, she's a pretty short character, being on par with Ness, which is kind of ironic considering that she is older than Ness, and because of young Pauline's small stature, she really doesn't have much thanks to her stats. Though she is pretty light, and has below average attack and defense, but her knockback is pretty average for most fighters, especially for her size, and she has above average speed and jumping ability, thanks to in part that she's been hanging out with Donkey Kong. Of course, having 2 jumps and being able to crawl. When entering from stage, you'll see Odd Rock explode and Pauline will appear, just as we were first introduced to her. As we move on to her taunts, her first one has her beating her chest, similar to Donkey Kong. Her second taunt has her keeping the beat by snapping her fingers, a common movement that she does in the game. And for her third taunt, she's actually singing, though the song actually does depend on whether you're pressing the taunt. Most of the time it is the someone that she usually breaks the voice seals for, but you can also hear her sing other songs like the Bonanza themes, Breaking Through, and even Odyssey. As we move on to her color palettes, her default design has her in her red shirt and blue pants, which could also represent Donkey Kong. Color palette 2 gives her a light blue shirt and dark black pants, while giving the beads on her bracelet and ponytail a white color, representing the zebra layer as well as the zebra Bonanza. Color palette 3 makes her shirt light pink, but again, keeping her jeans black, and the beads are now pure gold, referencing the ostrich layer as well as the ostrich Bonanza. Color palette 4 makes her shirt purple with black pants, and the beads will actually be light blue, referencing fractones. And of course, her outfit represents the elephant Bonanza. Color palette 5 gives her green shirt with black pants, with the rock beads being dark black, representing the snake layer, with the snake Bonanza and the rocks representing toughest material in the game. Color palette 6 is actually based off Void Kong, giving her for sure a dark brown attire inspired by her fur, her pants having the purple attire similar to his outfit, and the emerald rocks she wears being a reference to the DLC. Emerald Rush. Color palette 7 is an alternate outfit entirely, which is the original Lady outfit, based off the original Donkey Kong arcade game. And her final color palette is another alternate costume, which is the Odyssey outfit found in Mario Odyssey. As for her victory animations, you see her singing on the mic for her first victory animation. Her second victory animation has her doing the Odyssey dance, the same dance she's doing in the Bonanza transformations. And for her final victory animation has her singing on her guitar, referencing the first ending of the game. Even though she's part of the DK series, she'll actually have her own unique victory theme, which of course is Heart of Gold, the theme song to Donkey Kong Bonanza. Now let's move on to her standard attacks. Starting with her jab, she'll only do a single kick in front of herself, while for her dash attack she'll roll similar to Donkey Kong, but she'll move faster and go farther. For her side tilt she'll shove, while her up tilt she'll do a clapping animation similar to Donkey Kong. As for down tilt, we'll actually have her slide. Her smash attacks are actually a reference to her second player mode, where she'll actually scream and specific rock terrain will appear in front of her and explode immediately. This will only affect her side and up special, while for her down special she'll yell so loud she'll cause a shockwave around herself. As we move on to her aerials, her standard area has her spinning in the air, while her forward aerial will have her snapping her fingers and a music note will appear in front of her. Her back aerial will have her snapping her fingers behind herself, causing more music notes to appear behind her, similar to her animation for keeping the beat. And her up special will have her pointing upward while singing again. causing a music note to appear above her. I'll explain what the music notes do in a bit. As for her down aerial, she'll actually turn back into Odd Rock for momentarily and then slam downward. This will cause a meteor spike that can take down both your enemy as well as Pauline herself, but if she lands on the ground, Odd Rock will explode back into Pauline. It will do it over time, I'm in air, but it's best not to do that. As for her grabbing animation, she'll actually summon a teleport that will swallow an opponent, and when pummeled, they'll start chomping into them. Forward, back, and upward throw will have them spit out, similar to the fast travel animation, while the down throw will actually have the teleport sink back into the earth, burying the opponents. As we move on to Young Pauline's special attacks, you're either thinking of one or another option for Young Pauline's special moveset. You either think I add player 2 mechanics, or I will use the main mechanic that's used in DK Bonanza, which is Woke Bonanza. And you're right, I would use the latter. But how would I integrate Bonanza into Young Pauline's moveset without Donkey Kong? Now, not all characters, when they're joining Smash Bros., actually use moves that are connected to their series, but more integrated into their gameplay mechanics of their franchise. And I think that makes sense for Young Pauline. And the best workaround you could think of is that she actually made a wish to the Banana move in order to help DK fight, so she can basically now summon Bonanza spirits to fight with her. Basically, think Pauline as a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure character, and the Bonanzas are her stands. And that's her special ability, Bonanza. You'll actually see a yellow meter right next to her character icon, which will show how much Bonanergy that Young Pauline has, and if it runs out, you can't use a Bonanza for a limited amount of time, though you can swap between different Bonanzas depending on which special you choose. And each special will always activate a specific mechanic. Though note, when you're in Bonanza mode, you can only do tilts and jabs, basically up tilt, side tilt, down tilt. But let's talk about her standard special, which surprising no one is the Kong Bonanza. When she activates Kong Bonanza, she'll summon the Kong Spirit, and it'll charge up a powerful fist punch, similar to DK's standard special, but you can hold a charge and have the Kong Spirit still attack. But of course, you can only remain in Kong Bonanza as long as you have Bonanergy. But by double tapping B or shield, you'll actually deactivate Bonanza mode. As for the Kirby hat, Kirby will actually have Pauline's hair with her little rock braid ponytail, and will also summon the Kong Bonanza Spirit. And yes, both Young Pauline and Kirby would sing the Kong Bonanza theme in this form. As for the side special, it actually depends on whether you're on the ground or in the air. The ground variant is the Zebra Bonanza, which will have you doing the Charge Rush. When transformed, Young Pauline will ride the Zebra Bonanza, and the Bonanza will dash forward. But you also have great mobility, easily turning left and right, causing a massive hitbox during the spin. However, if you do this in the air, you can only do a dash forward as the Ostrich Bonanza, but by tapping the A button, you'll be able to throw egg bombs right under the Bonanza. The Ostrich itself doesn't do damage, but it's great for good horizontal mobility. As for up special, it'll be the Snake Bonanza. Young Pauline will summon the Snake Bonanza Spirit, and then jump up in the air. If you press B again, and while in Snake Bonanza form, you can actually do a dive bomb that'll cause a massive impact on the ground. But it can also cause self-destruct. Also, you will not go into free fall while in Bonanza mode until you've been running out of Bonanergy. But the startup animations for Ostrich, Snake, and the others do take a lot of time. As for the down special, it makes sense that we use the last Bonanza, which is Elephant, which will actually have a unique mechanic. While in Elephant mode, the Elephant Bonanza Spirit will actually act like a vacuum, sucking in the terrain around it. If you only suck up a bit of the terrain in the battlefield, it will create terrain for you to pick up and throw. Once when you have material for a weapon, you'll stay in Elephant Bonanza until the rock breaks, or when you run out of Bonanergy. What's even great about Elephant Bonanza is you can also suck up projectiles and items and throw them back at your opponents, being a great way to create projectiles, and of course reflect them back at your opponents. And just like with Steam's moveset, if you're playing competitive, always be a standard rock material. But if you're playing in the standard mode, depending on the terrain of the stage itself, it'll always be based off the platform, similar to Donkey Kong Bonanza itself. Though it does take a while for you to gain Bonanergy, the music energy as well as your smash attacks that involve singing will help you give you more Bonanergy over time. Even taunts do this as well, hence why I average out her knockback, as her Bonanza forms will actually give her the most knockback power, while her standard attacks aren't as powerful, giving Young Pauline a great strategy on figuring out when's the best time to be small and get away from the battlefield, or to go absolutely bananas in Bonanza mode. And lastly, for Young Pauline's final smash, it's All Out Bonanza. Young Pauline summons the DK Bonanza once again and will dash forward and do a powerful punch. This will be a combo finisher, as all the Bonanza spirits will actually come and attack all at once, wrapping up with a final blow similar to the final boss animation in Donkey Kong Bonanza. And with that, we have set for Smash Young Pauline. She's already breakthrough as a big star in the new Donkey Kong game, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see young Pauline again in future Donkey Kong titles. As someone who's been a big fan of the Donkey Kong games, I'm glad to see brand new characters finally be added into the Donkey Kong franchise, as I've got another idea for a Bonanza-based character to join the roster in the future. But until then, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and share. And if you want to support more content like this, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell for notifications to get notified of upcoming videos. You can also support the channel by becoming a YouTube channel member, a Twitch sub, or even sending a donation to my coffee. Young Pauline is only the first of 5 modern Nintendo characters joining the roster, but the only one coming from the Switch 2. As from this point on, the rest are coming from the Nintendo Switch. But until then, this is AngelStar from Star Jettison, signing out, and to tune into the next Moveset Concept.